Welcome everybody to my channel. I appreciate you guys stopping by, watching my videos, and hitting the like button for me. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe to it if you like. A friend of mine asked me a while back how far back I can go on Farming Simulator. Well, I'm on PS5, and you can play the PS4 games on the PS5. So right now we're on FS 15 on the PS4 disc. Wow, game. But you can also buy this game also on PlayStation Store. But I have it on both. I have digital and on disc. Um, but this is as far as back I can go. I can go back further. I can go back on FS13 and 15 on the PS3, but I can't stream it or do videos on it. I can only do it on the PS4 or PS5. But it is nice that the new PS5 you can play the older PS4 games in it. That's pretty awesome. So this is West Bridge Hills FS15 on the PS5. I picked this map. Uh, this game technically has two maps: West Bridge Hills or Bajo map. For and that's if you buy it through the store, PlayStation Store. But if you have the disc, you can get the gold edition of this game, and it comes with another map, and you can also get the DLC packs. So this game, it's funny because just weird, but it is fun to play on. Uh, anyways, so this is Westbridge Hills. There's absolutely no DLC pack with this. This is from the store. So anyways, hit the start button. We'll go from there. Okay, this is what it looks like. First of all, let's do some. Let's turn plat weathering off. Rest of it you can actually leave it on. Okay, the volume, let's turn that down because it's always loud, always. So we'll go to 10% and see how that is. So we'll save the game. All right. Okay. All right. And here's the map. There's actually 21 fields on this map. You own field 16, right, Diclo, right beside the farmhouse. You have lots of sell points. At the top of the map, you have the warehouse, the garden center, train station, flour mill, the shop, the diner, biogas plant, the restaurant, the lumber yard, the biomass heating plant. All those are sell points except for the shop. You have chickens, cows, and sheep. So yeah, Nice map, but fields are kind of big, so especially field 9 and 13. I think about the two biggest ones, and 18, I guess. I think the biggest one is 9. So, anyways, get rid of that. Actually, we don't need the map, so we'll just go to here, go down to here, shut that off, shut the mini map off. There we go. So if you notice the texture in this map, see that the texture is a lot different. And 6:49 in the morning, so sunrise is coming up. So, but this is what it looks like in the morning. Beautiful, beautiful. You can't get in the house or the barn, so that's kind of a bum deal, but it is a very nice map to play on. We'll walk down to the yard here. There's a vehicle right here, but you can't get into it. You can't use it, so it just parks there. So, anyways, we'll walk down here. So you own this field right here. It's the wheat field. It's only one field that you own. But you own all this down through here, so. And here's your garage. Nothing in it. Your fuel tank is silos. Your equipment. And over here is your potatoes. Your sugar beets. Right here you have to take back and sell. Here's your wood chips. You need a front loader to pick these up. So, your fertilizer right here. Bunch of farm buildings. Chickens are over here. You start out with only one chicken. So, you hear them crowing. And here's your hay barn. Right here. And you have these other buildings here that you can't get into. Just for decorations. Then your big silos right there. And then your seed is right here. You start with, what's this? Wheat, canola, corn, barley. Here's your potatoes. I don't see no sugar beets. Huh. But anyways. And here's your equipment. Right here, at least on the farm. Looks like these tractors are sitting off the ground. So it looks like to me. But you start out with this right here. Might be just me. So that's your start out equipment. But you also have, we'll jump down by the sheep. Let's go down by the sheep here. Let's see. Oops. Oh, we probably can't do that. Okay. Let's jump down to the sheep area. Right here's the sheep area. So you have a tractor down here. You don't have to have it down here. All you feed the sheep is the grass. Goes right here. That's all you feed them. They all have a water spigot runs all the time right here, so you don't have to water them at all. But so once you get sheep and feed them, they would automatically give you wool, a spot over here in the cement slab over here. But technically it's not worth it. The wool isn't worth even doing with. So what you can do is you can sell this tractor. Actually, you can reset it back at the farm. Let's see. Oh, here it is. You can sell it. There's also a way you could reset it back at the farm too, so you don't have to. Anyways, we'll drive this up to the farm. Farm's just right over here anyway, so. There is a way to reset this at the farm. I just don't know how to do it right offhand. Yeah, this tractor's still loud. But you know the texture of this map is different, the roads and the grass. Oops, let's go this way. But I do notice that all right, that's done. This tractor right here is down at the cows. This is your cow pasture right down here. It's the bottom of your map. You do own it, so it's pretty cool. You have these two buildings back here, barn and this little building. You can't get in it, just fake, but get your free water, as always. Milk machine, so yeah, all this back here is free. You don't have to pay for nothing back here except for your cows. So all right, let's see. Let's take this back to the farm. Farm isn't too far away, so. But I do notice on this game that the vehicles are a lot faster on this game, and they stop quicker. So that's cool. I tune the volume down on them so more. Uh, that's just the way to. I just shut it off. Yeah, you can't adjust the volume on this map. It's kind of hard, at least on console where I'm at. All right, so technically you don't have to have all these tractors. You can only technically you can have just one, but you need something to pull this cultivator and then the plow and the planter or the seeder, whatever you want to call it. So your choice, it's 700 for the weight and 700 the weight. So it depends on what tractor you want to use. You can just use two or you can use one. I always use one. I get rid of the rest of them and just use the one. So, but you start out with, all this equipment right here and oops, there you go, and the combine, that's right up here. There you go. Hook this up. There's a fuel tank, just pull up to it and automatically hit the refuel your vehicle for you. So for your sugar beets and potatoes, you can sell that to the market if you like. So this is the combine you start out with right here. So this is the wheat field. This is the only field you own. So so I'll get that started here. Um, Actually, we'll go to the garage. Oops, let's step out of that. Go to the garage. All right, here's your garage. So if you hit the triangle button to your garage, this is the equipment that you actually own. This is what you own right here. So you own two of these H488s, two of these Aerostar 6.61, one of these 6135A, one combine, one header, one wagon, one cultivator, 100 horse. You need to pull that. You seeder or planter, whatever you want to call it. You want one of those. Two weights. So get rid of one weight because all you need, and then you need. Let's get rid of that tractor. Get rid of one of these. One of these. Now you're down to two tractors, and you just brought your money up a little bit more, so that kind of helps you out a little bit. But you need to keep at least one tractor to pull this cultivator because it needs 100 horse to pull it. So, and then right here's the categories where you can buy stuff only if you have the money to do it. So these are all your tractors you can get on this game. But if you are playing on the disc version of this game, you can download the DLC packs and you can buy the DLC packs and you have a lot more tractors. But for right now, this is all I have on the game. So I really like to upgrade my tractor some more. But for right now, I guess we're stuck with this one. See, I could have kept this one here. But anyways, so for the harvesters, this is what you get for harvesters. These semis, you'll get one semi. Uh, Tippers, wagons I call them, same thing. So just have the basic ones, you know. And here's your sewing machines, I call it planters or seeders, whatever you want to call them. I mean, they're planters, they plant something. That's my opinion. Here's your cars. You get one truck, that's it. Uh, Placeables. The animals are right here. Here's your cows, sheep, and chickens. So they're a little expensive, but chickens are the best. So here's your placeables. These are the only placeables you get on the map. Trees I wouldn't worry about. They're just there. But you need money to place all these down, so like the bee house, your income for that is $30 an hour. So you need quite a bit of that to make any profit off of it. So greenhouses are $80 an hour. The solar panel is 1.5 kilowatts, and that's 190 an hour. So it'd be nice to get one of those solar panels. Just place it down and then turn your time up to 120 and just let it run. In time, you'll have lots of money. That's only if you sell all your equipment and buy that solar panel and place it down. And that's the way I've done it one time. Then you end up with lots of money, but you gotta leave your PlayStation turned on for at least 24 hours, and you'll end up with lots of money. Anyways, if you wanna, let's see. Oops, I don't want to do that yet. Let's see if we could. Let's take this tractor. We'll go up to the shop area. Show you some of the sell points. Alright, here's one of them right down here. We'll go over this way. Yeah, it's a nice map to play on. You know, I don't mind playing on these older ones. It makes you stop and think. You know, uh, be thankful for what you got. You know, um, like this map. I mean, I have absolutely no mods. There's no mods for it. Just DLC packs, and you have to buy that ahead of time. You know, uh, somebody told me that this game is what $15 on Steam. That's for PC. So if you're really into farming, you know, and like to play the old games, I'd buy it, you know. But this is one of the sell points right here. It's down by, this is the flour mill right here. And then the other one, most popular one is a train station. That's about the two popular ones. The train station's up in town. So we'll go this way. But that flour mill is the most popular one. The second one is the train station. Let's see. Yeah, we're almost there. Traffic is kind of slow, but all right, we're almost in town. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, so it should lighten up a little bit more. So this is town. We're coming in from the back side of it, so that's all right. Nothing wrong with it. If you wondered how you buy fields on this map, it's simple. Go up to these little icons right here in the middle of the middle of the fields, right here, and just click on it. And, oops, oops, oh come on. And there you go, hit the wrong one. And it tells you, all right, this field is field number 6. The area is 0.97 acres. And they want $29,100 for it. So that's how you buy your fields. So if you don't have the money, you can't buy it. So kind of shit out of luck, really, when you think about it. You can borrow money from the bank. You're only allowed up to 200,000, I think it is. So this train station over here, you dump it in this spot over here by this silo. This is the second best selling point on this map, is train station right here. Just dump it right here. And yeah, there's also an egg sell point in here somewhere. I think it's in town here somewhere. You can sell it. So here's another field that you can stop and buy if you feel like it. What's this one say? This is field number 5. This is 1.15 acres for 34,500. So there's actually contracts that you can do on this map. I gotta find the icon. I'm not sure where the icons are at. I know there's one by the main farm, so take a little trip through town here a little bit. And these telephone icons here, that's just for the helplines. So if you don't know how to do things, just go up there and they'll bring up a menu and it tells you. There's your ATM machine over here. Oops, right over here. Right here. There's one right here. There's another one by the shop. Right here. So we owe the bank $20,000. You can borrow up to 5,000. So we haven't even done anything. And we owe the bank. Okay. But if you sell some of your tractors, that'll pay it off. So. But anyways, nice little town. Nothing real fancy, but definitely there's a big difference on the graphics. I tell you that. I know that for a fact. You know, uh, there's definitely a difference. At least on the my end, And I'm a console player, so there's a big difference. All right, let's head back to the farm. Take a little shortcut here. But yeah, it's actually we'll go to the shop and sell this tractor. Shop is just right over here. Sell this tractor, sell the other one. That gives us some extra money. I know when I played this game on my PS3, I tell you what, I put a lot of hours on this playing. Lots of hours. Couldn't tell you how many hours I put on it. A lot. I, I ended up with almost all the fields, or a good portion of the fields on this map. And yeah, it was a good time. Just me playing it. So, all right, oops, sell this. There we go. Oh, and see how much it was. Get 20% higher if I do it this way instead of trying to sell it from the farm. So let's, how much is left? Oh, tractors are gone. Okay, that's cool. All right. So now we're here with one tractor. That's fine. All right. Accidentally sold the wrong one. That's all right. Not a big deal. Okay. Let's see. Do I need to turn the straw thing off? There you go. You can pick up the straw with a lower wagon and gives you some extra money too that way. But you can hire a worker if you like. So right now it's going 6 miles an hour with me doing it. So here's a hire worker. Let him do it. He's doing the same thing, 6 miles an hour. But this field right here is a hill. It's a hill right here. You can see it by looking at it. It's not definitely not a flat field. Sloped. Takes a while. But this was by request. Somebody asked me about it, so I thought, well, let's jump on here. Play on Westbridge Hills, so it's kind of cool. Actually, I hired help. My hired hand is doing this, so I should have just left it alone. I think he did an awesome job doing it all by himself. I don't see no lines, no nothing, just perfect. You just have to keep an eye on him once in a while. Yep. But there are ways to make money on this game. You just gotta know what you're doing. You know, there are a few cheats you can do on this map, but to get extra money. But I've seen videos on it. But no, in this game you can definitely earn your own. Earn your own keeps. You know, if you want something, you have to work for it. You know, even if you borrow from the bank, you still owe that money back to the bank. So yeah, it's different. But goes kind of cool. But definitely you can see when the vehicles are a lot faster in this game than they are in the other games. Um, but you can make uh, rows with straw if you want, and then you can get the loader wagon and pick it up and then sell it in that barn, and then you make money that way too. But not much, but you do get some of it. Crop prices are not bad on this map. I'll show it to you here. Nope, wrong one. Oh, right here. Oh, different. Sorry about that. Here's the forecast. All right, now we're at $101,263 in the good. So, all right, here's your prices. So we have wheat, barley, canola, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, wood chips, and silage. But the rest of them are all, we have quite a bit in storage. So then you can go over. Right now, silage is paying pretty good, 15.86 for silage. That's pretty good. Or canola. Canola is actually the ones that pays the most on this game. Is canola. Right now, canola is paying at 1,233. 1,233, yeah, at the flour mill. So canola is actually the one that pays the most on this game. Or wood chips. What's silage at? Or silage, yeah. And so that's what it looks like when it's picked up from the combine. So, and then 72%. So run down and get that cultivator, and I'll show you real quick what it looks like when it's cultivated. Um, fertilize the field, and you can if you want to. You know, if you decide to play on this game or not, it's totally up to you. But I wouldn't cultivate it because it doesn't do any good. I did it both ways one time. I did it with with fertilizing, and I did it without it, and there's no difference in price. So sale price is the same either way. So that's just my point of view. It might change in other people, but not on my end, they don't. So it's not really worth it. All right, here's what cultivating looks like. So even back then, it looks pretty cool, you know. All right, I'll show you what it looks like when it's cultivated. See, you can plow it if you want, but if it was a cornfield, you know, or a sunflower field, then I would plow it. But it's just wheat, so I just cultivate it. So, yeah, that looks pretty cool. Have to get over more, but there you go. The combine's almost full anyway, so. Yeah, it's full. That's what I thought it would be. All right, let's back him up a little bit. Get the trailer. But I thought get on here and show you what it looks like here. Kind of cool, you know. But you definitely need a bigger combine if you want to do any of these fields, because these fields are pretty good size. So, yeah. Even this field is going to take a while for this with this combine, but so I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to unload this combine and I'll call it quits, but just thought I'd show a little bit of what it looks like on FS15 here on the PS5. So, like I said, you can, oops, let's close that out. Buttons are different on this game, so, okay, here we go. But you don't see anybody else playing this game, so it's too old of a game, I guess, to play. I don't mind playing on it, you know. I guess I'm one of the few that like playing on these older games. So, anyways, till then, I hope you enjoyed it. So, definitely a big difference on FS15 to 25. You know, it's a big difference. This map is also on FS25, but it's a lot different. It looks a lot different than this one does, but you can still play on it. So, till then, hope you enjoyed it and have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching my videos and hitting the like button for me. I do appreciate it. And till next time, have a good one. And we'll catch you on the flip side of another video. So until then, have a wonderful day. I'm going to get my rocking chair and I'm going to sit on the front porch. Sit right here, relax. Have a wonderful day, everybody.